Well, to understand the relation in defense, one has to go a little higher and to see from the scope of the political relation. The political relation is very good. We have a good relation. We don't have any serious problem between us, political problem. And it is good because we share principles and values, and we defend international order, we defend global security, so we have common objectives. From the point of view of defense, we have certain areas where we are very complementary, being middle countries. In fact, the Australian economy is the 30th in the world, 13th in the world. Spanish economy is the 14th. We change position from time to time, but in this case now is number 13 is Australia, number 14 is Spain. So in this way we have certain similarities apart from our distance between one and the other. We, since 2006, 2007, there started to be a relationship in the industry of the defense through our shipbuilding company, which is a public company and has the full support of the state, which is Navantia. So that in this relatively short period of time, Navantia has built for the Royal Australian Navy 2 LHD, which are the biggest boats in the run, 12 landing craft which accompany those LHDs, is building at present 2 tankers that's built in Spain. In Adelaide, in the shipyards of Adelaide, is contributing to the building of the 3 destroyers of the Hobart series, and certainly they are in the process of participating in a short list for the future project of the 9 Australian frigates for the Royal Australian Navy. This has created first an intense relation in the industry of the defense, but it has been accompanied also by a very fruitful and intense relation between both navies. There is a very good chemistry between both of them. There is a very intense exchange of visits. There is quite a number of agreements, memorandums, agreement, state to state, Ministry of Defense to Ministry of Defense, Navy to Navy, which allow for exchange of restricted information, mutual visits, deployments of ships, as we have had one vote for 1 year in joint operation with the Royal Australian Navy, and 1 frigate lately for half a year last year, which was also in joint operation with the Royal Australian Navy. So it's a very, very fruitful and very good relationship. That's Navy side. If you look into the Air Force side, we have also a less known but important relationship, because Airbus military, part of whose production is in Spain, mostly in Seville, south of Spain, has provided, apart the Eurocopter and so on, has provided 7 of the tankers, which of the 7 tankers which are in use in the Royal Air Force in Australia, and those tankers are Airbuses converted into tanker, which are multitask. So it's a quite intense and good relation. There are other areas. There are other companies, Spanish companies, which cooperate. with the Ministry of Defense in Australia, just to mention two of them. For example, Indra in the radar area, as I told you, broad spectrum, which is owned by Ferrovial, which is a huge Spanish company, global player, and broad spectrum is in the services sector, and has a lot of contracts with the Ministry of Defense, mostly maintenance of different bases and so on. First, if you allow me, I will tell you that which are from a geostrategical general picture, which are our main priorities, which come from a long policy, foreign policy. First, Europe, because we are a member of the European Union, and this is a huge priority. And we are very European, and we want more Europe. Secondly, Latin America, for obvious reasons, culturally, historically. Latin America is a very important continent or area of the world, which is from North America, Mexico, Central America, and South America, where all those countries, except for Brazil, are Spanish-speaking countries. And also, for obvious reasons of proximity and economic reasons, and also for fighting against terrorism, north of Africa, where we have a lot of interest and splendid relation with Morocco, with all of them, Tunisia, Algeria, Libya now is a failed state, but we are also very much present. So these are the historical priorities. But then, as any other country, we are well aware that the center of gravity is moving towards the Indo-Pacific region or Asia-Pacific region. So we attach a lot of importance to China, India, and certainly Indonesia. We have a very intense political relation with India and with China. Economically, we were of the countries in China, the developed economies which arrived later than others, British or German, but we attach a lot of importance to them. We have certain differences because of the culture and that, but certainly we consider them to be very important countries. But in this area, we also consider that Australia has a very important role to play, and that's the reason for which we consider it a strategic country. Or we think that one has to be positive, and yeah, we contemplate it. If it is good for the region, we fully support it. Yeah, we don't have any problem. If there are other initiatives which are good for the region, which complement, we will consider it also from a favorable point of view, certainly. Yeah, we are part of the Atalanta operation against the piracy in the Indian Ocean, opposite to the Somali coast. Yes, certainly, and there, although in different operations, we joint efforts also with the Australian Navy, and it's an international effort which is paying results, is working. There are less attacks now, and this is one of the places which is fundamental for international trade and for fishing, where one sees that international collaboration is working. And certainly we had a good relation. We were in different areas, but I am told that we have had a very good collaboration both in Afghanistan and in Iraq. The most important is that we are very mutually unknown countries, and curiously, I think we both have a soft image of the other, in the sense that we have a kind of nice image of the other, but based on stereotypes. I think still most of the Spaniards think that Australia is sun and surf, and that Australians are all the time in the beach and surfing, and probably most Australians think that Spain is only siesta and fiesta, and that's not the truth. As you know, we are much more than that, Australia and Spain. So what I consider very important is to increase the contact between civil society and to know each other better. The relation now economic is helping to that, but also it will be very, very helpful and is increasing through tourism, more cultural cooperation. Well, certainly we are, and I think we both agree. We have politically, we have with a yearly high-level political dialogue, and we agree at that level that we want more. We want more political, we want more economic relation, both in trade and investment. So it's important. We both agree that we want more relation. So the track is signal where we should go. And I don't see any reason for which we couldn't go much deeper in our relation if both of us, as we agree, want that. Of course, there are particular things that may make the jump very, very quick and very visible, but the general sense is going to be to deepen the relation. I have no doubt about that.